Christianity taking L's. Church leaders arrested for money laundering and forced labor. Malachi 3:8. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. Church leaders arrested in multi-state money laundering forced labor investigation. And this was an FBI raid that's been going on nationwide. And they did a big bust down here in Tampa with these two individuals right here. All right. You got David, what's his name? David Taylor and Michelle Brannon, as you can see on the right side of the screen. And these are their mug shots. But before I proceed, I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to the Most High Yahawah and His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me this truth. Single honors to the elect. Peace and bless to the 1/3. And to the confusion that faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. So, check this out. Investigators say the pair led the Kingdom of God Global Church and forced workers to be personal servants while using millions of dollars in donations to fund their lavish lifestyle. Taylor and Brandon face charges of forced labor, conspiracy to commit forced labor, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. I'm going to leave the link of the article in the description box. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is Christianity is taking major L's in 2025. Okay, you had the one pastor upstate. He was a Jake at the pool pit, got all the jewels and all the money. Then he gets robbed, and then he ends up getting like locked up for taking like $60,000 or something like that from his church, right? Then you also have it. I have another article too on here where it shows that there's a pastor of a church is also connected to a neo-Confederate group, right? And then you even have it to where you have these, what is it, Desmond Holly, where he went and shot up that Annunciation Church, that Catholic church, right? What happened to the rapture, right? And then look at this right here with the church leaders. So this right here is just showing you, man, the Lord is not dealing with these churches, man. He is not. And what they did right here is pretty much why Yahawashi flipped that damn table. This is John 2:13-17. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahawashi went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple Salakia, those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the changers of money sitting. And when he had made a score of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house an house of merchandise. And his disciples remembered that it was written, the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up. And what the Lord said in the scriptures, they have a zeal but not according to knowledge. And those who preach the gospel for filthy lucre, say lucre means for money or for their own belly, these are the individuals right here. Liars, Decepticons. The reasons these are the kind of individuals that people will plaster up and be like, see, this is why I don't believe in the Bible. See, this is why I don't believe in Christianity. See, this is why I believe in Hebrew Israelites, whatever the case you want to be. People will always find an excuse, right? But this right here shouldn't deter you away, because you're going to always have wicked people in all aspects of life, from all nationalities, from all religions, from all ethnicities. You're going to always have evil, wicked people. Understand that. And lo and behold, it looked like it's a Jake and the Sheetamite that was busted down here in Tampa. And it was another one in St. Louis, and they have a whole, because it's a ring that they're doing, right? So let me get something really quick, because this brought up something in my mind. This is Titus chapter 1, verse, where should I go at? Let me start at 1 and 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. I do not believe them to be of the circumcision, but they are still someone who are deceivers, right? Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. Filthy lucre's for the money. I'm finna jump down, verse 15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. This is the point. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable, disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. So those people was giving you those donations and that money out of the zeal and the kindness of their heart, and you fed off of that. You leashed onto that. You're a parasite. I hate people like this. I hate people like this. But remember what the Lord say: the deceived and the deceiver are his. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9 and 16. For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building. That's why we don't go to these buildings, these churches. That's why the scriptures say, when two or more are gathered in my name, I am in the midst of thee. The Lord don't need for you to go out to a building to go worship him. His name is YAHAWAH, which means he is, he exists. He's omnipotent and omnipresent and omniscient, as if he needs you to build him a temple. The only reason why Solomon built the temple was because he wanted to worship the Lord. The Lord don't need us to build a temple as if a bird needs a nest, right? Acts 7 and 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? Have not my hand made all these things? Now, as long as the elders been going out preaching with great millstone and like-minded men on down, you ain't heard no crazy reports. You ain't heard nothing about us getting into something illegal. When I say us, I mean those who believe in YAHAWASHI, RAWACHAA, QADASH, and the doctrines that the elders teach. That's what I mean by that. But you see, time and time again, what's going on in Christianity. Listen, let's not forget what happened in New York when they found that underground tunnel, and they had that fucking small hat 1948 those brews. Yeah, they had a dirty mattress and they had this tunnel all the way underground in New York. I remember they did that bust. You ain't heard nothing about it ever since. All aspects of life, all this stuff is happening. And you already know what Ishmael's a wild man. So them Muslims over there, you already know they crazy, right? I'm just saying in the religious sectors, there are wild people all over. But nonetheless, though, I'm gonna close out. I'm not gonna make this long. This is why your teachers, the people who are prophesying the truth that's happening in the world, are out there on the highways and byways. If you're still going to church as of right now, the Lord just have you sealed. If you still going to church as of right now, the Lord have you sealed, in a sense, you know. People go because of they zeal. I understand that. There are people who truly believe, right? No, but what I'm saying is that if you can't get it through your head that the Lord is really dealing with the prophets, and I don't know what to tell you, you know. Isaiah 30, verse 20 through 21, I'm closing out. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. So you know who your teachers are, the men out there on the highways and byways. If you're shy or feel intimidated, you can always go online and figure out, or you can just simply ask. Listen, we go out there to prophesy and preach. I know some Israelite groups give the Israelites a bad rap, like ISUPK at some points, IUIC, and then look at what happened with Guerrilla Hebrew. But like I said, in all aspects of life, you will always find wicked people. That's where you have to have the spirit of discernment. But with that being said, I truly pray y'all was edifying, fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent, come inshallah, muffle up the ball, shalom.